Want to know what I love? I'll tell you. I love to sing and I love to play. I love to dance in my own way. I love to laugh and I love to spin. I love to run out and run back in. I love to hop like a kangaroo. I love Nick Jr. and I love you too. Nick Jr. love to play. Brilliant. To bounce on my bouncy ball. I love to spin and I love to fall. I love to dance like a jitterbug. I love to kiss and I love to hug. I love to dream and I love to do. I love to welcome good friends like you. And now, Maggie and the Ferocious Bee. Next on Nick Jr. Top 3. Piper here. You're just in time for Maggie, right here on Nick Jr. Wow! Hey, Piper here. Look, a butterfly. Wow! Wow! I have butterfly on my nose. Piper a Possum. Hello, little butterfly. Beautiful. Stick around, friend. There's more Nick Jr. coming up next. Whoa! I think she likes me. Whee! Now it's time for the Wonder Pets. I love Bubbles. And I love Nick Jr. Hey, Piper here. I just took a bubble bath, and I am squeaky clean. I better dry off so I can watch Bob the Builder. Up next on Nick Jr. Dry my head, dry my tummy, dry my bottom. There, all dry. A little too dry. Over here, you know, all possums have pouches, and I'm just about to clean out mine. We possums are very clean. I'm just gonna hang here and shake. Oh, there's my moustache. Well, my pouch is clean, but this place is a mess. While I clean up, you can watch Max and Ruby next on Nick Jr. It's me, Piper Possum. I love to do somersaults. And Wiggle and Learn is rolling away on Nick Jr. 2. Ooh. Now it's time for Pick Me. Hey, Piper here. Today I'm going to tickle myself with my tail. Why? Because I can. Ooh, that's good. Up next, Boilas. I'm Nick Jr. I'm telling you, friend, you've got to get one of these. Piper here. We're back with a whole lot more. On Nick Jr. Great view. Hang around, friends. Go Diego Go is coming up next on Nick Jr. I meant to do that. Hang around, friend, because Lazy Town is coming up right after this. I meant to do that. Piper here. I bet you're wondering why I'm so far away. Well, I just figured out that when something is far away, it looks very small. And when something is close, it looks very big. Far away, small. Close, big. And now, I'm gonna sit right here. Not too close, not too far, but right here. Perfect place to watch Nick Jr. Hey, Hump is coming up next. on Nick Jr. too. Beautiful. You're upside down. Oh, I'm upside down. Lazy Town is coming up on Nick Jr. too after this. Hey, Piper here. Look at these mirrors. Ooh, look. This one makes me look really tall. Brilliant. This one makes me look really short. Now that's the Piper we know and love. Lazy Town is next on Nick Jr. too. Don't ever change. Junior. Ah, a very cozy spot to watch Wow Wow Wubbzy here on Nick Jr. Piper here. The Upside Down Show is coming up on Nick Jr. right now. Piper here. Thomas and friends are coming up on Nick Jr. too. After this, here, you'll get a kick out of the backyardigans. Coming your way on Nick Jr. Piper here. You'll get a kick out of Wow Wow Wubbzy. Coming your way on Nick Jr. Hey, Piper here. The backyardigans are coming up on Nick Jr. Wow. Hey, Piper here. Nick Jr. has returned. Now. Lazy Town will be here. We're just getting ready to watch Pick Me. Coming up after this on Nick Jr. Can I sit with you guys? No! The wiggles are flying in on Nick Jr. after this. It's time to put fruit on my head and watch Peppa Pig. It's time to put fruit on my head and watch Peppa Pig. After this on Nick Jr. I'm ready. I will now put fruit on my head and watch Pick Me. Here on Nick Jr. too. After this. Piper here. Coming up soon, you're gonna see backyardigans. Here on Nick Jr. After this. And now, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I'm Goldilocks. Ooh, porridge. I'm Papa Bear. I'm Mama Bear. I'm Baby Bear. Who ate my porridge? It was me. Thank you for the porridge. The end. Coming up next, it's Max and Ruby on Nick Jr. Huh? Hey, Piper here. I love to sit outside in the sun and drink lemonade. So I'm gonna sit right here and watch Fifi and the Flower Tots on Nick Jr. Ah, sunshine. Uh-oh. Piper here. Fifi and the Flower Tots is coming up after this. On Nick Jr. Comfy. Hey, Piper here. The backyardigans are coming right to ya. Here, on Nick Jr. Hey, Piper here. Gertie Go, Diego, go, we'll be here after this. On Nick Jr. Now I'm going to watch Wiggle and Learn on Nick Jr. just as soon as this room stops spinning. Here. Today I'm going to talk about big and little. This ball is big, and now I will make it little. Now the ball is little and my hair is big. And Max and Ruby are coming up next on Nick Jr. Hey, Piper here. Want to know a secret? Lazy Town is up next. Huh? You already know that? Wow, clever. Piper the astronaut here, floating through space. Sort of. Today's mission, Dora, on Nick Jr. Hooray! Piper the astronaut here, floating through space. Top. Today's mission, hit me, on Nick Jr. Hooray! Hello there. Piper here. You'll never guess what's after this. It's Peppa Pig. Yodelay-hoo. Peppa Pig is on. Yodelay-hoo. Peppa Pig is on Nick Jr. After this. Hee-hoo. Hey, Piper here. And, oh yeah. It's time for Peppa Pig. After this. Don't mean to bug you, friends, but it's Go Diego Go! Coming up next on Nick Jr. Now where should I sit? Oh, perfect! Let's watch. Me is coming up next.
I will.
Ta-da! On Nick Jr. too. Joe Gabba Gabba is coming up next. Ta-da! On Nick Jr. I'm learning how to be a magician. I will now make this handkerchief disappear. Abracapapa. Ta-da! The handkerchief has disappeared. Oh. Well, I said I was learning. And now, I'm gonna disappear. So you can watch Dora. Right here on Nick Jr. Abracapapa.
La 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 la.
Max and Ruby are coming up next on Nick Jr.
La 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 la.
Oh gosh. A foot painting by me, Piper O. Possum. And when you're done looking at this, you can watch Backyardigans right here on Nick Jr. better go wash my feet.
Okay. What is her name? Oh yes, Piper, the Nick Jr. Possum, who does the intro and next bumpers for Nick Jr. and Nick Jr. too.
Hey, Piper here. I have a present for you. Want to see what it is? It's me, Possum. I'm all yours, friend. And now, here's another present for you. It's me, right here on Nick Jr. The joy of giving. It's on Nick Jr. It's Stop the Lego Stop. It's go, Diego, go. Piper's tail here. And next on Nick Jr., it's Bolivia. Actually, Piper's tail, it's Olivia. Piper's tail here. And now on Nick Jr., it's Peppa Parrot. Actually, Piper's tail, it's Peppa Pig. Where would my tail be without me? Oh, yeah! Piper here. There's lots more Nick Jr. after this. Rock on! Oh. Oh, yeah! Piper here. Go, Diego, go. It's after this. Rock on! Piper here. Thanks for playing with me, friend. I love to dance and play peek-a-boo. Junior, love to play. Piper Possum here. Thanks for playing with me today. You're great, friend. I love to sing and I love to play. I love Nick Jr. every day. Nick Jr. love to play. Whoa, dear.